Well, second time in a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again, twice in a year.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about something serious affecting people over the world right now. We're going to talk about layoffs and how they're getting worse in 2025. So I put the stitches together so that you watch and learn. I'll be back to share my truth.
In a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again, twice in a year. And, what the fuck? What is anyone supposed to do? And they said, because of the economy is crap right now. So, we're gonna lay off a whole bunch of people again. And I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. But yeah, the economy is shit. America is shit right now. I feel like there's a really big plan for them to, tank this so that we have to rely on other things, other people. And I'm quite frankly tired of it. I'm tired of my livelihood being in other people's hands. And I have no idea how to fix that, but I'm going to, because this is just wild. And I'm fucking angry more than I am hurt or sad. I'm scared. I have no idea where any of my bills are gonna come from, the money. I'm more angry than anything because I just cannot even believe I used to be able to get a job like the week later if I got laid off. So I have no idea what's gonna happen. And I was really hoping at one point I would make money on TikTok, and I still only have 1,500 followers or whatever. So if you could just blow this up and let's get 10,000 followers plus whatever. Because I might be homeless in a week or two if I can't figure it out. So, yeah. I hope everyone is having a great Tuesday, a way better Tuesday than me. And if you have any tips, tricks, or whatever to help right now and get me through this, greatly appreciated. Yeah.
So I got laid off on Thursday. Today's Monday, and I have a lot of thoughts. So let's talk about it. For reference, I'm 28 years old. I've been working in corporate America for, 8 years. I graduated college in 2018, and this is my second, technically third time getting laid off if you include a furlough from COVID. I was not expecting it at all. I was pretty blindsided, but I am super, super thankful for this layoff versus my last one, and let me explain to you why. The last time I got laid off, I was 24 years old, and I had just purchased my condo. So my first piece of property, the only piece of property I own. I used most of my savings to purchase it. It's truly my biggest accomplishment. And 2 months later, I had no employment. I vowed to myself from that moment on, I would never let myself feel so scared and so hopeless ever again, because I truly wasn't sure what I was going to do. I was like, I think I'm going to be on food stamps. And my parents, just for a backstory, I had no assistance getting my house. My parents sent me dish towels as a thank you present. I 100% did this on my own. So it was 100% my responsibility to figure out what I'm going to do. With that being said, I then met my now fiance a year and a half later, and I live in his house, and we rent out my property still. So we do make a little bit of rental income. I also teach Pilates, and I own my own Pilates grip socks business. And I have done this weekend what is called redistributing my calories, now knowing one of my sources of income will be diminished. So I guess my biggest piece of advice here for women, because that's who I'm really talking to, but truly anyone, is do not put all of your eggs in one basket. I don't care if you have the best corporate job in the world. I don't care if you think you have the job security. I used to tell people that this was the job I was retiring to, and I absolutely got blindsided by this. But I do not have to worry about how I'm going to put food on the table or what I'm going to do when I wake up tomorrow, because I have 2 other sources of income, 3 if you count my rental, 3 other sources of income, but 2 other businesses, teaching Pilates and owning my Pilates sub company, that I can now put more of my calories in and redistribute while looking for more full-time work. I am not saying quit your job and going all in on being an entrepreneur. If that suits you, great. But I love corporate America. I've always loved the stability of it, but do not put all of your eggs in one basket. I don't care if it's a hobby, an interest, something you might kind of be interested in. Dive into it, explore it, and figure out how to monetize it, because truly, you never know when you're going to get a random meeting on your calendar that you're going to get laid off. I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm just being realistic. And it's really important just for your character development and as a person to have like a multifaceted personality, to be able to have hobbies that I've been able to monetize and take as something outside of work. I love teaching because I work from home and it gets me out of the house, but I also know I can kind of flow in and flow out of it as much as I want, depending on what I need in my life. So like truly, if you have not already, like especially everybody, but really women, like, because that's who I'm talking to, like, find something you're minorly interested in. It does not have to be the fire that's lit under your ass. It doesn't have to be your be-all, end-all passion project. You don't have to be obsessed with it every day. You're not going to be obsessed with anything every single day. But you need to find something that you can lean into and just figure out additionally, like, how you could monetize that, like what you can grow from it. It doesn't have to be your own business. It could literally be a side hustle, but like truly find a side hustle, find something else. So in case you ever need to, you can diversify those calories, because you never, ever, ever know when you're going to need to lean into it.
So it's getting crazy out there, guys. Companies are laying off a bunch of people. Layoffs are piling up right now. We saw Intel recently said they're laying off 21,000 people. We know a lot of the big tech companies have been laying off people, and people in different industries are getting laid off right now. And the tariff situation, the trade war between the U.S. and China, is only increasing uncertainty and casting doubts on the guidance of where businesses are going, right? So if businesses can't really forecast as well as they were able to a couple of months ago what their revenue is going to be, what their profits are going to be, you know, if they're seeing, oh crap, we're going to take a hit in profit, oh, we're going to take a hit in this or that, they're going to start laying off more people. People are already getting laid off because of the uncertainty for the future with tariffs, with these businesses. What's going to happen? Will it take a hit to my profits, right? People are already getting laid off.
So I got laid off my job today, and it sucks. It really sucks. I've only been with the company for 2 years. Well, it'd have been 2 years in June, so you know how we like to sprinkle a little extra on it. So let's say 2 years, and it sucks. Now, they did give us a warning like 2 weeks ago, like, hey, we're downsizing. We're going to let off some people in different departments, but we won't let you know until the 14th. So today, mid-shift, they let me know, hey, I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go. They gave me a 2-week severance pay. And it sucks. I envy those who have gifts and know their passion, know what they're put on earth to do. Just working a job and that little stability and security gets snatched away from you for no reason because they're downsizing. It sucks. It's a sucky feeling, but it is what it is. In this economy, you need 2 people working in the household. Yeah, my man can handle all the bills, but who don't want to be working making their own money? But maybe that's the problem. I don't need to be working. I need to be starting a business. My friend told me God's protection. Redirection is God's protection. So there's something better out there. So God is good still, in spite of. But this feeling sucks. So we gonna feel the feeling, feel the emotions, and let it go. What's next? What's next?
That's a video, guys. I'm just here also to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video, why people are getting laid off in 2025. This is not just another economic cycle or something random corporate shakeup, okay? This is starting to feel like a deep, more unsettling trend, and I want us to unpack what's really going on with this. Whether you're employed, freelancing, or somewhere in between these jobs. Okay, so this conversation matters a lot because what's happening today is changing the way we work, the way we live, and even the way we trust the system we thought was supposed to be supporting us. Let's start here. Have you ever noticed how layoff don't feel rare anymore? It's like every time you scroll social media or open the news, someone is posting about losing their job. What's worse is it's not always tied to bad performance or major economic downstairs. They're settling people getting laid off even after their company reported huge profit. So what gives this? Why are companies cutting off workers when everything on the other side looks good? It's because many businesses are no longer just about growth or sustainability. They are about optics, about looking lean, about increasing margins for shareholders, even if it means sacrificing their people who keep the company running day to day. And what's really wild is how numerized this has become. Okay, you see headlines like Company X restructures to stay competitive, but what that really means is people are losing their livelihoods. Okay, and we become to see like this is getting very bad. Like a lot of people come on social media and cry, but if you talk to the people affected, it's not just job they're losing; it's a sense of stability. Their mental health takes a hit. Their family life shifts. Their identity changes. Imagine showing up every day, giving your best, then suddenly being told you're no longer needed at that company, even though an email or a short Zoom meeting, they're going to call you. That's a reality now in 2025. Another layer to this is how much pressure it puts on those who are still employed. People are scared. They're working long hours, saying yes to more demands, afraid to speak up, afraid to take vacations or even get sick. There's this unspoken fear lingering in offices and remote workplaces alike. Everyone is wondering if that there's a next. It's like we have gone from career to survival mode, and that has long term effect, not just on performance, but on mental healthy, family dynamics, even how people view themselves. And let's not ignore how this is affecting young workers too. People just starting out in their careers are entering a job market that is unstable and unforgiving. They are taught to hustle, to be grateful, to build resilience, but they are watching their managers and mentors getting laid off. They are watching teams get slashed, opportunities dry up, and work-life balance disappear. It's created a mindset where people stop dreaming and start settling. Where your ambition gets replaced by anxiety. But here's the part that really hits home. Many of these companies claim to be about people, face values. They post about mental health, diversity, flexibility. But when the budget gets tight on the board, what's better numbers? The first to go are the people, not the bonuses, not the lavish off-site retreats, not the expensive software no one uses. Okay, or another are the workers who are really affected by this. The people with the families, with student loans, with rent and groceries to think about. That hypocrisy is exhausting. In this zero trust, it turns the workplaces into something transitional, even predatory. And what's even more disheartening is how often women, especially women of color, are in this really affected by these cuts. They are more likely to be raw, deemed non-essential, more likely to be part of DEI teams that suddenly vanish and less likely to be protected when cuts are made. So not only we are seeing more layoffs, we're seeing them hit the more vulnerable, the hardest. And the sets are back decades in the term of equality and in conclusion. Okay, so what you do when you are viewing, like you're experiencing this. So first we have to keep talking about it. We can't let this becoming something we accept as normal. We have to share our stories, support each other, and push back on companies that pretend this is just how it is. Second, we need to rethink what success look like. Does it mean climbing the ladder at all costs, or does it mean finding purpose, balance, and dignity in the work we do? These questions are more important than ever, especially traditional employment becomes more uncertain. Finally, for those who have been laid off, you're not your job. I know it feels personal, I know it shakes you, but you're not disposable. You still have value, skills, experiences, and something to offer. The system might be broken, but you're not. Take time to grieve, take time to regroup, and when you're ready, rebuild on your own terms. The world needs your talent, your voice, and your presence. Okay, so like this, a lot of people, especially when we are going to the festive season, a lot of people were laid off. Okay, just imagine you're planning a holiday with your family, and before even the festive season, it's there, you are told like you've been laid off. How can you feel? And most of these cases we've seen women being laid off because um they always remove women because they see as women are not very important for those companies, because women, they have what's this, duties to do. They have to take care of their homes, they have to look for their children, they have to do a lot of stuff. Okay, so the first people that are going to take out of the company, mostly they'll start with women, because women, they have a lot of responsibilities. And just imagine you're a single mother and you being laid off. What are you going to give your kid? Like, what are you going to eat? What are you going to pay for rent? Already you're living paycheck to paycheck. All the money which you're getting, they're going to daycare, they're going to food, they're going to diapers, they're going to a lot of stuff. This is why people now, they are coming on media crying, telling people their problems, like they've been laid off in companies, they don't know what to do, they don't know where to start from. And people, they have now started living in cars. Okay, this is not new. Okay, a lot of people been living in cars, leaving their homes, leaving their things, and just getting their bags because they can't afford rent. And imagine you have a small child, you live in a car with a small child. Just see how traumatizing it is already. People are not comfortable. They want to live again. People are tired of just existing. They want to live life. Okay, so a lot of people, like, they've come on media, open up, and there are a lot of people who've been laid off, a lot of them, and the job market is not friendly at this point. Let me tell you, it's very very hard if you lose your job for you to find another one. People have been applying on LinkedIn, people have been um going to interviews, working interviews, but they're not getting these jobs. Okay, I saw someone who came on TikTok, like, it's been a year, I've not gotten a job. I have like 3 degrees, but I don't have a job right now. Okay. So for those people who don't have a job, don't just sit. There are a lot of platforms where you can actually be trying to make money, like YouTube. You can become a content creator so that you have this side hustle in case something happens. YouTube can help you pay your bills. Like, you can pay for your house, you can have a little bit money for what's it? For food and everything. Okay, let's not just rely on these jobs. Sometimes we can also try to do some businesses if you're good, but if you're not good, look for jobs. It's okay. All the options are good, but at this point you're not safe. We just have to be thinking what's next, what's going to be next to us, because how are we going to live in this world like this, where you don't have a job? Where are you going to get the money? Okay, where are you going to pay your bills? This is like so scary, I tell you. And I always fit in these people's shoes, because at one point I was laid off at work. And for me, I was working very hard. I really liked my job, and this really affected me. Okay, when the layoffs came, they laid us off, like a lot of us. And this is a job which was giving me money. This is a job which was giving me income. Okay. So I know how it feels. I know how, I don't know, because it's crazy how to survive, especially at, you have family who look up to you. You have to wake up, you have to eat, you have to do a lot of things. You have to move with your car. We don't have gas. Like, this is really crazy. I know. So guys, that's a video for today. See you in my next episode. Bye bye. Take care.